Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. So, this is another one. You know what? This is almost a waste of an episode. A waste of time for watching this episode, except for there's one significant thing that does happen. And I'm just going to get it out the way and say it now. So, towards the end of the episode, I know I'm kind of flip flopping. Towards the end of the episode, you had Nina that had her, her charm, her half a heart thing. And, they showed Nell, and she was going through her old stuff or whatever, through her box. And she had a rattle and some letters and stuff like that. And she actually had another piece of the heart. So, which it's gonna be believed that Nell is Nina's daughter. Figure we just get that out the way right now. Nell is going to be Nina's daughter. She had the other half of the locket, the other half of the heart. So, yeah. And they kept talking about it throughout the episode. But let's just get this out the way. This episode was a lot of filler and flashback. It was a lot of flashback. And when it wasn't flashback, they did something hilarious today. They showed Frank Benson being played by the same actor as Valentine Cassadine. So that was just fucking weird. That was weird, okay? That was weird. Of course you have Jocelyn playing a young Carly, but now you have Valentine playing, Frank Benson. And let me just tell you, he was a piece of work. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. So, young Carly goes to find Frank to get some child support money. And he goes there, and she goes there, and Frank is there just being an asshole pretty much. And Nell comes out because during this whole flashback thing, you still have Carly and Nell talking, and Nell is pretty much blaming everything for blaming everything that happened to her on Carly. It's your fault that you didn't stay. It's your fault that you didn't protect me. Blah 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 blah. It's your fault. And okay, here's the thing that I felt like the writers just kind of fucked up on. So Nell pretty much says to Carly, listen, we're sisters and stuff like that, and Carly's like, no. And Nell was like, we met once before. When you came to track down Frank, you actually saw me. And lo and behold, she's like, what are you talking about? They fucked up big time on this. So, young Nell walks out, and she's like, to Frank, I want a cookie and stuff like that. And, Frank is just like, pretty much just pissed off or whatever. And young Carly's like, oh, well, I guess you got the daughter that you really wanted. And Frank, of course, is like, well, I guess so. And so, they finally argue whatever for a little bit. And then, Carly leaves, and then the flashback ends. And Carly's like, "Oh, you're the little blonde-headed girl." This is where they just fucked up, okay? Because how do you not remember? I understand that there's certain things you're not gonna remember, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna remember a younger sibling. It's not like Carly was that young. When she decided to take off and just go at it herself. I'm pretty sure she was probably 16, 17 the most. You can't sit there and tell me that she could not remember meeting Nell that young, or meeting somebody that was her sister, especially when this whole thing went down and you found out that Nell was Frank Benson's daughter. Now the thing is, it's a little convoluted, and I'm gonna need somebody's help, but I think I kind of got the gist of it. I know that Frank Benson clearly isn't Carly's real father. but more like an adopted, more like, an adopted father. So that would make Nell an adopted, adopted sister. That's not, Nell kept Smith saying, and it's kind of fucked me up too now a little bit. Nell kept Smith saying, "You're my sister, you're my sister, you're my sister." That's not true. At best, she's your foster sister. At best, she's your foster sister. And I was watching around the time that Carly did meet her real father. Her real father did sacrifice himself to save Carly during a shootout. So I don't understand why she kept saying that's, we're sisters and we're sisters. But I the thing that just blows me again is that Carly didn't even remember Nell, and she wasn't that young to not remember her. So to be honest, that just makes no damn sense. And Jax talks to Nina about her long lost daughter, and then in the other scenes you still got you got Willow talking to Sasha about how you're fighting for Wiley even though he's not your child, and you're doing the right thing and you shouldn't feel bad. And of course Willow's like, we need to do more. Then on the other end of the spectrum, you got Chase talking to Michael about Nell and what are they gonna do, and just brainstorming. And to be honest, again, this is 3 days of brainstorming, and it's not like they don't know the answer of what they have to do. They just keep brainstorming because they're trying to stretch out this story, and this is the problem. This is the only thing that actually made this episode worthwhile, and I could just tell you just to save some time, is that again, when Nell was sitting there searching through her stuff after they finished arguing, Nell was searching through her stuff. She had a pink box. She was going through letters, and she saw a I guess a rattle or whatever. And in the box, it showed the other piece of Nina's charmed heart, signifying that, Nell is Nina's daughter. And that's it. That's the only thing of importance that actually happened. Now, Monday looks like they're going to start to get into some, some story, some good juicy story and shit. This episode was more of a flashback and time travel back. It was a time travel, and it was literally flashbacks. They showed literally flashbacks of Nell befriending I think this time was Carly. But that's what it was. It was flashbacks, and it was reenactments of a young Carly. Honestly, to tell you the truth, this episode was damn near a waste of time. And yesterday's episode was a waste of time. And so you had 2 episodes so far that was just a giant fucking waste of time, and only one thing that actually happened in 2 hours of it. Now, as you know, they're not going to show tomorrow's episode. Tomorrow's episode is going to be a flashback. Like, literally, they're going to go doing an old episode. I don't know how far they're going to go back. I'll probably peek in. I don't know if I'm going to do a review. I doubt I'm going to do a review. But I'll skim through the episodes and talk about the highlights and stuff like that, and let you know about the episode if I feel that it's worth talking about. Last flashback was just a disappointment, we'll say the least. So that will do it for this recap of General Hospital today. Disappointing episode. There's no point in watching it. The only thing you need to know is that Nell is going to probably be Nina's daughter, and everything else is just fluff and padding, and we'll just keep it that. We'll end it there. So have a good day, good night, depending on when you're watching this review. This recap. I keep calling it a review. It's a recap, and it's a recap of little importance. But thank you. I do appreciate you watching it, and yeah, be safe. Wash your goddamn hands. And have a good day and night, and I will catch you in the next review.